All right, guys, how you doing? This is the CREW After Hours. That's right, season 1, episode number 12, and here we have JFEW in the house. What up, JFEW?
¡Órale, órale, CREW After Hours! Aquí estoy listo para un episodio de épico proporciones.
Yes, that's it. That is Dynasty JFEW. And we got GB in the house. What up, GB?
What's up, everybody? How you guys doing out there, yo?
All right. And we got our special guest for tonight that is going to be talking about latest gaming, Mustache MEGAMAN. What up, Mega?
Hello there.
All right. So, Mustache MEGAMAN is going to talk to us about latest gaming. So, Mustache, take it away, brother.
Okay, well, don't know where to start. So,
From the beginning.
yeah, I know. I'm trying. No, just to talk about new games that are coming out generally for consoles we own. Sadly, since I don't own an Xbox console, I don't particularly know besides Halo what's coming out on that system. But I know a few that are already coming out on the PlayStation 5 system that I'm excited for, as well as latest games that I'm currently playing on both the PlayStation 5 and the Nintendo Switch. So it's just more or less talking about it. Like for example, I am excited because in the next, what are we on, the 5th?
Yes.
So give or take about 6 days. In about 6 days, the new Ratchet & Clank game is about to drop, and
Yeah.
the trailers. I've seen some of the trailers. I saw gameplay demo. The game looks fantastic. I was talking with some buddies of mine. They they overlooked all the weapons, and they're like, you're looking at about this many weapons and this many combinations. It's looking like it's looking like a good Ratchet & Clank game. Unlike Into the Nexus, which was like kind of just made to be a very short one, but I'm super excited for a completely new Ratchet & Clank game because we haven't had a new platformer in a while like that. Alongside current games I'm currently playing right now is the Mass Effect Legendary Collection. Just finished the first Mass Effect game. Now I'm getting to the second one, which was honestly my favorite. Also in between playing Final Fantasy XIV, which Endwalker is coming out in a couple months. So two of my friends are bringing a crew together so we can start doing quests and raids and this and that, and play Monster Hunter Rise, which is a very good game. It's lacking content now. The story was kind of done, but we were during the pandemic. The companies have to work with what they can, so eventually the good content's going to start coming in, and then it's going to start having more playability as opposed to what it has now.
Awesome.
Oh, bien chévere. ¿Y quería decirle algo a ustedes? Actually, what I meant to say, brother, upcoming video games that are coming out in 2021. That's right, WWE 2K21 is back, brother.
Nice.
And it's going to be bigger than ever. What you think about that, Mustache Mega? It's hitting the Xbox and it's hitting the PS5, buddy.
Hitting it all. It sounds like Hulk Hogan under a mask.
Nah, Hulk Hogan is better looking.
Sure.
It could be the Patriot, man. Hulkster at one time wore a mask, little dude. And I know, Adrian, that you're a big Hulkamania fan. And I'm going to send you a t-shirt with my signature, little dude.
Forged.
I'm more of a fan of The Preacher. Not sure if you heard about that guy, but yeah,
The Creature.
Yeah, you remember The Preacher?
Oh, The Preacher.
Yeah, The Preacher.
Nice.
The Preacher and AMC
I don't know.
Show, brother. I remember that show. It really sucked in the ratings because it came right after The Walking Dead. And The Walking Dead is the best zombie show ever, man.
But yeah, I'm not a big fan of sports games and WWE. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, maybe.
fans of it will like it. If it's if it's as good as it is. I don't know why you tossed that chair.
Oh, it
But...
looks like you got the Dynasty JFEW pissed off, man.
Oh no, he's acting like a child.
He's about to go to the bathroom and take a pee.
Oh,
Oh, he just brought backup. Oh,
No,
I think he's trying to say that that's you right there. That represents Mega and on the floor. I don't know. He's getting kind of violent, man. South Carolina, I think that's something in the water.
Let me tell you something. Mustache Mega, Ghostbusters Chris, Captain Bogy. I didn't come here to just be a host, brother. I came here to open a challenge to Brian Hess. But he's not on here yet, brother.
Oh, he'll be on soon.
He'll be on soon. But
Yeah.
let me see. Other games that.
Yep.
What
I will
was it
say
called?
this. Kenya Bridge of Spirits for PS5 is really
I
looking
was
good
just,
to me, man.
I was just about to say that game right now. I was like, yes. I saw the trailers for it. Walt, my best friend Walter was
Yeah, if you got
telling
hurt.
me he was the he wanted to get that game, and I looked at a trailer because I was like, you know what? Let me see what it's like, you know. And I was like, oh, so it's
It's like playing
you know,
Pixar.
yeah, like with like some kind, reminds me some kind of Uncharted like platforming.
It looks
and
similar.
stuff.
Like, I don't know. I get like Zelda vibes with that one. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I
Hopefully
mean,
it's,
you know, well, when it's out, we'll
Zelda.
see it.
good stuff.
Another one that's interesting is Sifu. I have no idea how that game works. They showed us a trailer, and it was just a guy beating up a bunch of other men and stuff.
like
But
JFEW.
like,
He's a bully.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. So he's beating up a bunch of other guys, but I mean, it's a trailer, so I can't tell if the stuff we were seeing was gameplay or it was trailer, but it really caught my attention.
Like this move right here.
One thing I do want
Catches
to
your
mention,
attention.
not to go off topic here, but Mustache Mega has a very high trophy rating. Right, Mustache? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
No,
Where you
wait, that's-
rank worldwide in the trophy collections? Because I know you play a lot of games and you tend to get all the trophies usually in the games, right?
I trophy hunt, but I'm not that crazy.
Well, I remember that one time you were pretty up there overall.
Yeah, you were nuts.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say I was pretty
You had
up
a lot
there.
of time to play, yo.
Yeah, he was pretty up there.
Yeah, it was either scratch your balls or play video games.
Those
I
Play
can't
both at the same time.
Why can't you just do both?
And that's why you're a professional.
Let me see. There's. I'm not too invested in this. I have a couple friends that are invested in it. There's Deathloop, where you're playing as
too
a
fond of
guy. You're playing as a guy who's being. He's like a target practice for like all the bad guys, and every single time you die, you have to restart everything you're doing.
Oh, that's
Kinda like-
sucks.
And then
Yeah,
you know
and-
exactly what's happening and going on.
Yeah, that's why.
And
Yeah, that's
as
why
in-
it's called Deathloop.
Yeah, and in the trailer, you can see
called
that
Longbox.
it's a skill that he has, but the one that he's after has the same thing, can do the same thing. So it's like, yo,
There's that. There's the new. The World Ends with You game.
Mhm.
I played the original one back on the 3DS. Oh no, my bad. On the Nintendo DS, I played the original one.
Mhm.
I also played the remix that came out for the Switch, which was kind of no different than the cell phone. So I mean,
is the game really good? Because I've never played it, and I'm a Nintendo fan, so I don't really play all the games or a lot of games.
it's
I'm
a
like,
really
right
good
now-
game. I
Yeah,
recommend getting the. I recommend getting it. It requires you to. It requires you to either use the.
your
To either
balls
use your finger on the pad or you can use your Joy Cons on a TV.
or scratch
Because
your
back then you had to use the
like,
stylus.
use the stylus, yeah.
Yeah, you had to use the stylus back then, and then you had to use the directional buttons to control the character on the second screen.
Yeah,
They
because right
kinda-
now, the only reason I'm asking, because right now I am playing Pokemon Snap. I mean, I haven't played much of it. I've been
Snap.
playing mostly a pick up and go game, Pokemon Snap. Taking pictures of Pokemon, but it's fun because there's so many different things that happen in that game. It's crazy, and things you can like do a chain reaction for something else to happen later in the levels. But I will say this: I like a lot of indie games, and so even though like pixel art tech games, I'm playing a game right now called The Midnight Detective. where he does a lot of you know, supernatural detective work. It's like a point and click game. Has some humor in it, pop culture references and stuff. Even the name of the cases are fun, you know, are funny and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm just like waiting to see some other games coming out soon when I have more time to play. And at the same time, yeah, I'm
You
dying to
got
see.
like 10,000 games
They're gonna-
behind you. So what do you mean you're gonna wait for games to
Oh,
come out?
those games,
But
yo, those games are for fun when I have company and when I'm bored and when I'm setting things up. But you know, newer games, I played a lot of those games already.
Well, like I said,
You know, there's I can't wait to see when they announce the new Nintendo Switch thing that comes out. You know, I'm dying to see when that's gonna happen.
Oh,
Or
the
if it
Pro?
happens.
News on that, yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, yeah, the Pro.
it's probably like I said before, it's probably gonna be by the end of the year.
Yeah, 4K
Yeah.
HD.
Well, when they release it, probably, but when they mention it,
and,
No, they're gonna mention it by the end of this year, and then probably by next year the product will be out. So let's say like November, it'll be mentioned. Like November, October, it'll be mentioned, and then it's gonna come out February, March, maybe.
hopefully.
yeah.
They also announced,
That's what they should do. They should do it like in February, March, like they did with the original Switch, and you know, because it's supposed to next month. It's supposed to start, you know, producing it. You know, but people are saying, oh, they're gonna mention it soon and this and that. So I don't know, but honestly, they should have it near the end of this fiscal year, their fiscal year for this year.
But no, yeah. Speaking of
a lot.
Nintendo Switch, there's the new Diamond and Pearl remake they're doing.
Yeah.
but some of the retro news that I heard was that the Atari VCS is coming out, and it's gonna be sold in stores now versus the pre-order.
I think it already came out, didn't it? I see some people with it already.
I mean, it was a few days ago when I saw that news update, and they said a lot of programmers are saying that they're going to be able to toy around with that system a lot of programming. So that's pretty cool. And then the other thing was that the Evercade.
A little louder.
What?
The mask is not helping,
A
dude.
little
Just take it off.
louder.
Nope.
The Evercade system, the Evercade, the handheld is going to.
Yeah. Now it's having a console.
Home console, which is pretty cool because they have license. They actually have licenses to all these games, so you're gonna be getting good quality games on that system.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So let me see.
Well, Mega, I got a
Diamond.
question for you. What game? What is the one single game for 2021 that you are looking forward to? And then tell us what
2021?
basically, yeah, in 2021, what is the video game? Since you're into that, that you're looking forward to, and what is that video game about that intrigues you so much?
It would have probably, as far as 2021, probably Ratchet and Clank, as far as I can remember.
And what is the video game storyline behind
You play as an alien known as a Longbox with a little robotic companion, and you know it's just their adventures. I've been playing this game since was
PlayStation 2?
one. Well, yeah, but I think the first game came out in like
You
2002,
got pubic hairs?
maybe. I think the first game came around like very early 2000s. You know, it was a fantastic platformer. It was right there. It was right there, right next to Sly Cooper and Jack and Daxter. Essentially, if you had a PlayStation 2, you would know about these three games. These three games were literally like god tier games. You know, besides God of War and so many other games I can name. But you know,
It came out
Ratchet-
November 4th, 2022. 2002. I'm messing up.
Okay.
But yeah.
yeah. So
I'm
like for me, it's like, you know, whenever I see new games from the same franchise that I've been playing since I was little, I'm like, wow, it's fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and it's still a continuation of the story, which has gone through like numerous games, and then they did a reboot, I think, just to try to market off a film. Which, I mean, I like the reboot of the game. It's not the same as the original game, but like, you know, gameplay is it's your standard platformer with guns. You have a bunch of weapons that do a bunch of crazy things, and you beat up enemies, and you have to stop Dr. Nefarious from his evil plan to, I guess the plot this time is to mess up the dimensions. He uses a weapon to destabilize dimensions, and your job is to stop him.
Yeah, everything you
now-
described right now sounds like JFEW, because since he's a bully, he really likes to be that nefarious villain that wants to shoot everybody into the next dimension so he can take over. But you go ahead and continue your video game.
So yeah, what I like about this game is that they're introducing a new Longbox, which out of the entire series, we've only seen one other Longbox. And, a friend of mine was asking me, oh, what's up with the Longbox? It's their story, and I was like, well, you don't know too much about it from the first 3 games, but they start becoming more relevant in the future series, from Tools of Destruction all the way up into the Nexus. So I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't tried it yet.
Well, you're not gonna spoil it for me.
When you go into the Nexus, is that where you see all the naked women or what?
Yeah,
oh, let me
let's
play
go
that
with
one.
that.
I want to play that one.
Yeah, I would say this. From me. Oh, sorry. Keep going. Go ahead.
But I'm excited for a new Longbox. It's a female character, and I like her design.
Nice.
Is pretty cool.
You got big boobies. This is After Hours. Don't worry about it.
No, I know. So I like her character design.
Thinking of
Yeah,
the
I guess
big
she
boobies
does.
right now.
I like her character design. She looks pretty
like her
dope.
big boobies.
What was her name? Is Rivet? Is it Rivet? I think it's Rivet, like a hammer, because Ratchet's named after a wrench.
Right now, I feel like a hammer. Right now, thinking of those boobies. Yeah.
Pervert.
But yeah, so she
Pervert.
from the trailers comes from a dimension where she as a hero always loses. I believe it's something along those lines, as opposed to Ratchet being in a dimension where the hero usually wins. So it's they're
FYI,
kind of
She got no boobies.
Oh
I'm
man.
looking at the pictures.
just
Alright,
check
I'm
Rule
Go ahead.
34, I guess, if you're
not gonna
interested.
play that one then.
So are we
When
talking
she's
about,
drawn, she does, but not in the game.
about the same Ratchet that we all know for the PlayStation?
Yes, the same one.
Oh, cool.
Ah, Brian's here.
Oh.
Is that the Sarge? Let me see. But yeah, that's the
Oh,
most. That's the
it
most
is.
That's the most anticipated and the most exciting one for me, at least.
For me, I can't
this-
say what my most anticipated game is for this year until next week when E3 comes out. If they show anything that I like, I might have more than one.
Oh.
Yeah, me too. There's another game I'm waiting for, and I'm waiting for Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, that look cool. Yeah.
But they haven't
Hey.
said anything about it. They've only been showing trailers and stuff, and I was like, just looking from the gameplay and stuff, I was like, yo, this looks really dope, I liked Final Fantasy 15. The only issue I had with it was that, oh god, what happened to your face?
Yo, Hess.
All
That's
right.
not
Hess.
Hey.
That's Charles Xavier.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're done again.
Oh.
I think it's working on his camera.
That's
But,
Charles Xavier, dude.
So, Mega Man, I got this other question for you then. What video game, you've played a lot of video games. What video games that you haven't heard that there is a next, a next video game or sequel to come out for it that you would wish there was? So, what video game, like maybe I've only had one or maybe two, but
Dead Space.
Dead Space? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
how
Dead
many
Space.
Dead Spaces have there been?
There have been
One.
3 in the series.
Oh, really?
Dead Space 3 had a DLC where it left the game at a cliffhanger, and I was like, yo, I can't wait for Dead Space 4 to come out,
So it hasn't come out
because
yet?
it's gonna be. No, it's probably never gonna come out because because of EA, the poor company that they are.
Oh, Days Gone. Nice.
EA boy.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. So
EA.
That's a shame. So it left it at a cliffhanger.
Yep.
And there's no news at a Dead 4.
Well, the
Space
company
4.
doesn't exist anymore. EA got rid of it.
Oh man.
Now, it's not to say there wouldn't be a chance in the future, but once you get rid of the company that makes the game, it's kind of over. At least for a game that old.
Well, not
It-
really.
I-
Look at Shenmue.
Did the
Yeah,
company?
but that
did
was
the
done by
company
somebody
leave?
else.
Yeah, but they could easily bring that back. I mean,
Well, no, yeah, that's what I said. I
They
said
wanted to.
Yeah, I said it would be difficult, and it would kind of be under EA's control because since EA shut it down, I believe there's.
Ooh.
Oh, almost time out.
All right, so we got about 5 minutes just to wind it down. Any last thoughts from you guys? Any video games that maybe you guys would like to see, maybe that are not coming out this year, but
I have two.
GB or JFEW that you would love to see come out? So we got about 5 minutes to wrap it up.
The only two that I want, of course, since I'm a Nintendo fan, is gonna be Metro Prime 4 and the next Bayonetta 3. I'm waiting on those two.
Wow.
For me, it would be this game because this game ended with like no ending. It just like nothing got resolved, and it has a great storyline, and you just fall in love with the character, and his friendship with Boozer, which he reminds me of Chris, and I mean, it's so unfortunate, you know. This is a great freaking Sony title. And,
No, yeah, it's really good. The creator already explained why there wouldn't be a second one.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I read up about that and stuff, and it's pretty.
For me, it would be cool to get. It would be cool for another Dead Space game. I played this game years ago on the GameCube. I would love for there to be another custom Robos game. I liked it back then.
I would love to say the other game, Bogy, which is so underrated. I played it through, and I love the fact that you can create your own self into the game, which makes it even more exciting. Is the WWE 2K20 game? It's getting finally it's getting a sequel, which I think it's 2K22 because 2K21 didn't come out because they said that 2K20 had so many glitches. But once they fixed all the glitches in the game, man, I was playing that for hours. It was a lot of fun, and I know that some people are not fans of wrestling, but boy, that game had some great storylines to create and to play as yourself. I think I sent you pictures of that.
Yeah, you actually created Bogy.
I created Bogy, and I could have done a better job. I was just messing around. You got to just sit there for hours and kind of, you know. But it's so cool to kind of play as yourself in a video game.
Cool. Yeah. All right, sounds good. All right, so any last thoughts on video games coming out or not coming out that you guys want to share?
Oh, there should be a T.C.A. video game starting the T.C.A. crew.
I actually have two ideas for that. If I can do pixel art, man, that'll be awesome. A beat 'em up game and an RPG game.
Nice.
Cool. You know, you could always use what's that thing called? Open Board, which is like Beats of Rage kind of creator, so you can make beat 'em up games. That would be cool, but I have to like be able to do pixel art of us, man. Do something good. If I could just do like they did with Mortal Kombat and actually have us doing the moves, that would be so much fun. It'll be funny too, you know.
One thing I like to mention before we go off, this is kind of a cool little fact. It has been over a year since all of us here have been together on video.
Wow.
Over a year. Now, I've been on video with Mega and GB, but not all together within a year. It's just kind of cool. And also Hess.
I had to get my camera to work.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so we're about to end it. Whoa, we got another Mascarao right next to JFEW. Who's that?
Just some fan that came into the building. Security.
Should be in bed.
Gotta take him out. Safety first. Oh.
Es el mascarao chiquitín.
All right, sounds good. So, all right, well, MEGAMAN, thank you so much, for the topic you gave us here on latest gaming. That was interesting, very cool. I really appreciate you sharing that. And I want to share with the rest of the crew here, because I spoke with him a little while ago, and he started to talk about the topic of Star Wars. And I just thought that he was just gonna mention like a few little tidbits, but he kept on going and going and going. And I had to stop him at a certain point, and I said, you know what? Why don't you, go ahead and come to the next episode and share all this information and thoughts that you have on Star Wars. So for the very first time, we are going to have special guests coming on back to back on our episodes of the CREW After Hours. So MEGAMAN will be coming on episode number 13, and he's going to share with us, a lot of the things that he's been up to date with Star Wars. So stay tuned for that. All right, awesome, guys. So we are here at the end of this season 1, episode number 12 of the CREW After Hours, and we are signing off. So JFEW,
que viva Mexico.
GB,
we're gonna call.
We got MEGAMAN,
Coño,
and Hess with a little sign off. Sign off. Oh, he said bye.
There you go.
Peace, yo. And this is your man Bogy saying, enough said.